Gian, you don't have an update you want to tell everyone? I mean, you kind of been announcing it on social media.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm gay.
It is Pride Month.
All right.
From Mr. Broke Productions, in an association with Maximillionaire and Vice City Kingpin, present to you Life on Easy Mode. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
That's all right. That's all right.
Me and Nicky were on time.
We were on time.
I was in 1858.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone?
You were in 1917.
Yes.
Hey, you were the winning movie. Congratulations.
No,
Inception was.
Oh, that's right. Oh, shit. Damn. What
Inception.
What layer of dream am I in? Shit.
We're actually in LA right now.
We probably are. We're like an ogre. You know, ogres have layers.
You mean an onion? Well, yeah, onions.
Onions have layers.
Like ogres.
Ogre onions.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Life on Hard Mode podcast.
Yep.
Where we talk about things that you don't care about. Normally.
And we're all hard.
And everyone's on expert mode.
Exactly.
Veteran mode.
Yes.
And as PewDiePie likes to do, he says he's going to go on hard mode, and then when he's not looking, change to normal mode.
Everyone but e-girls are on hard mode right now. So and
Yes.
bathtub streamers. But apparently some of them got banned. You've heard about the...
I haven't heard anything about Twitch
You know,
lately.
they were just like... I don't know.
Good, honestly.
I don't know about the whole thing, but apparently there's like... You know, mainly women who just do bathtub streams or in their bikinis.
Bro, like, women do live life on easy mode, bro.
It's true.
They could sell feet pics and they make like 150 a toe at this point.
Bro,
Yeah, but actually, didn't yesterday you showed me the thing? OnlyFans is going to be exiling that, so it's gonna be only for
instead of
mainstream.
thing, it's trying to be more mainstream OnlyFans.
It's
So it's
gonna
going to try to
get
cut
rid
out
of the
adult content.
And God,
Damn.
the riots.
But here's the thing:
happen.
I didn't read the full article about that.
Oh.
It was only the headline, so headlines can be misleading. So that might not be the full truth. It probably isn't.
Obviously.
But in regards, if that's true, that's a dub in my books. Just saying.
It really is.
So all the girls living life on easy mode are about to live life on medium mode.
Life on the rest of our mode.
On actual mode,
On
getting an
actual
actual
mode.
job. Because
On life mode.
Yeah, on life mode.
On life mode.
Life on
support.
life mode.
Life on life mode.
It's live streaming.
Wait, what?
Live streaming.
Oh yeah, exactly. So
As long as e-girls don't take over the internet, I'm fine.
It's gonna happen soon.
No, it already did happen. Now it's just damage control at this point.
listen, with every empire, eventually it comes down.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's at its peak, it can only go down.
The Roman OnlyFans empire.
I feel like Mr. Alex Roman is gonna take a hit on that one.
Yeah,
he would-
he's better, bro.
He would start his own website, call it Roman Fans, and that
Roman
would just
Fans.
be him just taking photos of himself. Not
no,
even
no,
explicit.
it's just him in like Roman attire.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Roman soldier, like.
He's in Rome. He's just taking photos at like historic places in Rome, like the Colosseum and shit.
Bruh.
He would do that too.
He definitely would.
Yeah, how we doing, boys? You got how's life treating you?
I got no updates.
No updates?
It's 2021.
Gian, you don't have an update you want to tell everyone? I mean, you kind of been announcing it on social media.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm gay.
It is Pride Month.
all right. I knew that.
After all these years, Gian Giarusso has finally changed his preference to men.
He finally told us.
Number 14, Nicholas Silvestri. Gian is at his eyes.
All right, this will be the last episode. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna jump out.
What episode number is this? 33?
33, I think.
And number 33.
Number 33. Yeah, we're on 33 already.
I thought we were on 30. Yes.
No.
I will be.
The dog round.
What the Gian doing?
What the Gian?
What the Gian doing? All right, Gian, spit your mouth.
What?
I don't know, just talk.
What the Nicky doing?
What the Nicky doing though? He made a music video that came out today too.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. I want you to say.
All right.
what you
I will be commencing Operation Summer 2024 Olympics, and I will be trying out for the Summer 2024 Olympics for men's track and field.
Come on, clap it up for your boy, bro. Come on.
I wanted a joke in there.
Wait, what?
The Special Olympics?
The Paralympics. The Paralympics.
No disrespect.
No disrespect. Listen, jokes do not automatically mean disrespect.
I mean, if it doesn't work out for the regular Olympics, then
listen. At least you'll be in a Olympics, so you know. What? No disrespect.
Are we gonna cut that out?
No.
Yes, I will be trying out for the Summer 2024 Olympics, and I have a training implemented. I have a kind of a diet. It's basically the same diet I've always been on, just no junky food. And
No, Nick, Taco Bell or
Tobacco Bell.
Tobacco Bell.
Bell.
My new. Yes, no Tobacco Bell.
Yeah, this
no.
kid yesterday, we were in the car, and I forget what we were talking about, but he meant to
No,
say...
I know. I remember exactly what we were talking about.
Go for it. Oh, God. I don't even remember the context.
We were driving back to his house. I don't know how the conversation started, but it was basically like, yeah, on the it was like the McDonald's deal. Yeah, instead of the McRibs, you can have this McDick.
That's what started it?
No, and then I don't remember how it started, but then I did something about the Burger King, like the Impossible Whopper. You can have this Impossible Dick.
Oh, that's right.
And then
Yeah,
I went
we were
on,
just-
and then I was like thinking, and then I made a really terrible Domino's joke, which it's so bad that I don't even want to say it anymore.
I don't even remember, so you're golden.
And then I was just riffing off of like the fast food chain, and I just go Tobacco Bell.
And I don't know why that killed me. Every other joke he said up to then, I stone cold, but like that
My
shit killed
brain
me.
registered Taco
No.
Bell, but because we drove by Mr. Cigars, I said Tobacco
Tobacco
Bell.
Tobacco Bell, literally.
But anyways, I'm trading for it. And I'm only 58 seconds off the 1500 time and 31 seconds off the 800 time for qualification. So I have 2 to 3 years to train, because then around this time, what they're doing is in the U.S. they have the U.S. trials, which basically all the people in the United States going for the Olympics for their event try out, and then whoever wins of those events or gets the qualification times moves on to the final of the Olympics.
So how do you? Well, my question is, how do you get your time? Because you have to get your time like.
Mm-hmm. So what I have to do is I have to get a coach. I have to
Get
get
a
like
coach?
I have to get like a sponsor, not really a sponsor, but like a coach to register those times for me. So it can be like someone from the high school that I know, or it could be like a professional coach. But once I literally have a coach, all I need to be is a U.S. citizen and go to the trials.
Yeah,
and
apparently
that's
it's not a lot of qualifications you need. But,
I would assume so.
I mean, besides like the times, all you need is like a coach and to be
Yeah.
U.S. citizens.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Realistically.
so it's gonna be a very grueling.
Where do you do the trials? Do you have to like travel to them, or?
Yes, you have to travel.
So once you send in your times, you qualify. Then what? Because
So what happens is you submit your times. The coach submits your times. You go through all this paperwork, and then when around this time, because I'm seeing a lot of all over Instagram, a lot of these people are going to. I think it's in Georgia. I could be totally wrong, but it's just like the main for track and field, because obviously there's other things.
sports, yeah.
But for track and field for United States, there's like one place where everyone goes to trials, and I think you just submit it. Then you travel there, you race the events that you're doing, and then you qualify. If you win, you move on to the Olympics. But here's the thing: I will be facing many people.
That's my question, because like, wouldn't just anybody who has a coach just like? But realistically, that could be a shit ton of people in the U.S.
It's gonna be thousands of people.
So it's just like tournament after tournament, race after race.
There's so many
after
there's so many
after
races per day. There's so many races per day. And
They have their own Olympics before the Olympics, basically.
But they choose. That's why I'm gonna do 2 events instead of just one, just in case. But my goal is just to make it to the trials and see what happens from there. Because I'm not the fastest person in the world, but I'm kind of fast. Not to toot my own horn, but I am kind of fast. So I hopefully, as the 2 to 3 years goes down the line, hopefully I will become better and better, and maybe I'll be bringing home a bronze.
No, listen, you go shoot for first place. Go big or go home. When you enter there, you go for first place.
All right, and then
A man dreams.
Imagine I pull up, Usain Bolt just pulls up right behind me. I go,
Usain Bolt's going to be in second place when you enter that thing.
He's
Watch
retired.
out, Usain. But what?
I know.
Isn't he
Yeah,
retired?
it was a joke.
Oh,
but-
is he?
Yeah, I thought he retired a few years ago.
I think he is, yeah.
I don't know. Well, whoever's number 1, you're going to be number 2, so watch out. Because this man's stepping into the track field? Football field? What? What is it?
My
What do you guys run on?
It's
Water?
End goal.
And yeah, like what? Is this like Mario Kart? You run? I don't know how it
sidewalk.
works. Okay, yeah.
So that's what I'm doing, though. That's my announcement, and it's going to be long, grueling 2 to 3. Actually, it probably won't be long. I think it's the way time is going, because it's already... My birthday isn't going to be in a week, so freaking time's going by so goddamn fast. So
You'll be 21.
I think
It'll be-
once you just get your time down, you beat that time, you beat the qualifiers, then you just gotta keep going, because you gotta. That's just qualifying. You gotta
and
beat
then I
the
have
other
to face people from Russia, China.
Bro, Italy, Brazil, all these people, bro. And you're going to beat them all, right?
Next question. We'll see. We'll
work on the confidence.
We'll work on the confidence on that. But I am very excited. So.
And listen, I'm proud of you. Best of luck.
I'll invite you guys down to Beijing because it's going to be hell in Beijing.
I'm not going to Beijing.
Hell no, I'm sorry.
Listen, the comfort of my own living room with the flat screen TV is all I need.
I get a better view from my living room.
Yeah. What do I need what do I need to go to Beijing for?
Honestly, I'm going to have binoculars too. Like, where's Gian?
Bro, they're going to have binoculars on us. They're going to try to keep us hostage or something. Go in there.
They're gonna be like, passport?
We're Americans,
like
dude.
On the stands. You want my passport,
bro? Yeah, no, I'm good. Listen.
No offense, we love you, but no.
Listen, it's nothing against you.
You can take your parents.
No.
Because it'll be different when you're in the Olympics. You have something that we don't have, and that's security.
You know what? If you made it to this year's Olympics,
that's right.
Absolutely. Japan, I wouldn't mind.
Oh God, I would go to Japan in an instant, dude.
But Beijing, I'll pass.
No,
but no, because
no offense to
my.
What
are you gonna say?
No offense to our listeners from Beijing, if we have any.
From China, nothing personal, but yeah.
What?
No, thank you.
Okay,
we're good.
That's fine. But knowing Tom, my dad, he'll be going and he'll be the loudest person there, and I'll be able to hear him out of thousands of people. I think
Tom could take on a few tanks himself. He's a pretty strong man.
Should we put him in for a shot put, like the fucking throwing ones?
yeah. Why not?
Get him training. Get him.
Yeah.
Get him training. All right,
father-son training. Here
we go.
Come on,
Tom. All right.
Yeah.
But no, that's it.
And so best of luck. You got this. It's gonna be fun watching you not eat at restaurants anymore. I'm gonna miss going.
I'll be eating at restaurants, being like, "Hi, can I get the
salad?
Damn,
what's the most protein?"
No burger review for Gian.
No, because my diet consists.
It'll be his cheat days. You
my
have
cheat days. I can have cheat days.
At the same time, you said you're
trying
to build muscle, right?
What?
You're trying to build muscle still, right? Obviously, right? Yeah. So he's gonna have his meat.
I will not be able to. I have to be skinny. There's no way in hell I can't be 160, 170. I'm trying to get to a.
Why don't you try a marathon?
I want to do a marathon, so
you could train for a marathon instead. There's definitely because they have multiple runners for the U.S. too. It's not just one.
Oh
person.
No, that's the good thing. So marathons, the best times I believe it's like 2 hours. So I've never run a marathon, so I think they have They're gonna hopefully have marathons in the fall. So
I think the most I've ever done is 10 miles.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it took me 2 hours.
Bro, yeah, I can imagine.
So.
But yeah, I'm gonna. Hopefully they have maybe the Boston Marathon this year. I'll try to do a half marathon, full.
I wouldn't mind trying a half marathon. I'd have to train for it.
You're gonna do 12 miles?
Yeah, I've done 10.
All right.
Yeah. Just what's 2 more? And how long did you do the 10 one?
2 hours.
No, how long ago was it?
Oh. 3 years ago.
Well, you've been running around still, in your basement, so I think you're training.
But no, it's very intimidating because as fast as I am, there's taller people than me, and they use their legs more. So I have not the disadvantage, but I need to use
do splits and
let me just do splits.
Just get on a stretcher and just stretch your arms and legs out. Get really lengthy, and then you just build muscle from there.
Like the medieval times.
Or just dangle and wait for you to melt.
Yeah, exactly. Let everything else sag. Let your bones stretch.
I'm just gonna take steroids. I'm gonna look massive on the field.
Well, he just admitted guilt.
You just see Gian. You just see me 220 pounds of meat.
For the future 2024 Olympic judges, he's kidding.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We have this thing called banter, right? Something the Chinese government doesn't understand.
I will never ever.
Or Twitter.
Yes. I will never ever do steroids. I am 100% real, and I've been running for 7 years plus 3 years, so it'll be a decade I will be running. So by the time the Olympics come, so a decade of running. I think I got it.
Yeah.
I think I got it. All right.
We wish you on the best.
So you guys are going to race with me, right?
Of course.
Nicky, Nicky, what event are you doing?
Well...
Watch, he doesn't know any events.
So, there's this thing...
Name one event in track and field.
There's this thing, right? Me and you did it once.
The spear throwing one.
No. There's a thing me and you did once. It was called forest running, right? We were doing an episode of Haunted or Not, right? We were walking in the woods. So here's how the game goes. You walk into the woods until you hear a rustling in the bushes. You don't know what it is, but you don't have time to figure out. And as soon as you hear that, you book
know what
it.
that sounds like?
No, hold up. I'm running, I see this kid. Zoom, deja vu. I've just been. Bro.
The same thing with the tunnel. So tell them about the tunnel.
Oh, well, I gotta talk about my video.
Oh yeah, all right. So wrap it up. I'm doing the Olympics.
Wait. Before he moves on.
Oh, what?
The story of the forest. You know what that sounds like?
What?
Fucking Mario versus Sonic Olympics. That's what.
No, because you know what the funny part was? He started playing the Mario theme song.
No. we were running, and this is the worst time. My right-hand guy says we were running, and as soon as he was passing by me, I was like, "Hey, Gian, should we put on some music while we're running?" I said something like that when we were running, because I don't know.
But we were in the. I want to investigate this again for Haunted or Not. It's the Hockomock Swamp in the Bridgewater Triangle. Apparently, there's a very small rift, but like apparently there's official people who like we went to the Conjuring House and we started exploring with Josh there, and he said that people who do quote unquote still do like rituals still go there. So it was a very big rustle. We didn't hear any animal noises, so we ran at like 100 to 200 feet, stopped, and we're like, okay, maybe it's gone. It was right near us again. Like it was loud. So it could have been a person.
Let's say we were standing right here where you're watching us now. You know, viewers were sitting at a table. Let's say we were at this position. We go right where that table was. That's where we heard the rustling. It was like all of maybe 7 feet to the side of us. So, you know, we booked it.
I booked it.
I tried booking it, but I got stuck on like chapter 2. So, you know, I'm not fast. Okay, I can't do the Olympics. I can maybe do the security there. I don't know. Like
do the hot dog eating contest. the
glizzy gobbler.
But speaking of tunnels, you should go on your little.
Well, all right. I'll tell you about my little tale. So, I got to explain the song itself first. So there's this thing on the internet that some people may know of. It's called the most mysterious song on the internet, and it's been dubbed that name because no one knows the band who made it. No one knows the official name of the song. No one knows what year it came out, what album, record, none of that.
I thought you knew what year it came out.
No, we don't know what year it came out.
Oh,
we have an estimate. It came. Well, it supposedly was recorded off of a German radio station called Music for Young People in, I think, either 1984, somewhere around there. It's definitely from the 80s. It has like a new wave post-punk sound to it. The only thing we have officially of it is the full song. If you go on YouTube, there's a song called The Most Mysterious Song, over 3.5 million views. So it's a pretty big deal, and still to this day, no one has been able to identify it. Well, you know, a few months ago, good old Nicky here was like, I want to make a music video for this. And as of today, June 27th, 2021, my music video on my channel, Maximillionaire, is out. It's 5.5 minutes long. It took a few months to film. My friend Gian here was the star of it.
I'm not getting paid.
Not getting paid because nor am I, so, you know, live. Miguel, my friend here, helped direct some parts and advised me on some shots to do.
Still didn't get paid either.
So, you know, just like music companies do, you know, normally they don't pay their employees for shit.
No, they never do.
And yeah, I'll leave the link in the description. This is my favorite video I've put on my channel yet. I'm very proud of it. We filmed in multiple locations throughout Rhode Island and one in Massachusetts. It's a really good video. I really enjoyed making it. So, yeah, link will be in the description. And there's other mysterious songs that I have a few ideas for music videos as well. And
a new series.
Yeah, there's a metal song been dubbed "The Fall of the King" that no one knows officially the name of, and that should be coming out in the fall. If you catch my riff. That's really all I gotta say. That's not nearly as exciting as Olympic hurdle man over here, but I'm proud of it.
I could never do her. I'm
really proud of it.
I just knock over the fucking hurdle.
Let's see how many views it has right now. Did I lose any subs? No. 14 views, 6 likes already.
Damn. Well, I liked it on your account.
Well, no, I took that like back. Because I never like my videos, nor do I ever like my posts on Instagram. I don't know why people do that. Miguel, nothing from you? No updates? Or all right.
I was going to release my book, but I had to delay that. So
personal reasons or?
Money reasons.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Cool. Well, speaking of money, there's a controversy going on with Britney Spears.
Oh God, you know more. This has been going on for years, and I still have not known. I mean, I knew that like her dad was like taking control.
Her dad's taking control of her life.
Right.
That's all I know, though.
Mm-hmm.
Keep talking, because what's it called? It's called like a
conservatorship.
Conservatorship. And that's basically when someone like kind of takes full control over someone because mentally or legally they cannot, they can't.
I personally don't know what the legal term is.
Let me look it up.
It's the first time I've heard of that word.
Same.
Me too.
Basically, she just can't do whatever she wants.
Mm-hmm.
She performs because her dad wants to perform. And then the judges have been like, she's been asking for her, like, not asking, but, asking to, like, let her free from this conservatorship because it's not fair to her, which it isn't, because she can't even do whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah.
But
the thing is that she's how old? 30-ish?
She's almost 40.
Yeah.
She's almost 40, and her dad, who is probably in his 60s, 70s, is taking control of her life. Mm-hmm. So that's already a number one problem. Now, here's the thing, that this is going to be very controversial, but...
Wait, do you want me to tell what the conservatorship is?
Oh, no, yeah.
So I looked at the definition. So A conservatorship is a legal status to which a court appoints a person to manage an incapacitated or incompetent individual's or minor's financial affairs. Such a person may serve as a guardian who is responsible for establishing and monitoring the physical care of the individual and managing their living arrangements. In home states such as California, both roles are called conservatorship, with the guardian role termed conservator of the person and the financial role called conservator of the estate. So her dad's basically had control over...
So it's only in California?
Well, no, in California, both roles are just called a conservatorship. Okay. So conservatorship is just something...
Because her dad doesn't even live in California.
Right, and this has been happening going on apparently since like 2008.
Since when she shaved her head.
Right.
Around there.
Around that time. And, she hasn't had any control over her money. She can't even do things like rearrange her house without her dad's approval because... Now, throughout the years, Britney Spears had her shares of freak outs, mental breakdowns,
But after all this point, wouldn't you have a fucking freak down too if you couldn't do anything you wanted?
Oh God, I don't blame her at all. But there's no way should be considered incapacitated or incompetent because do you know how much fucking stress? I know I shit a lot on people who are influencers and shit that they're not real jobs. I see that shit all the time. But at the end of the day, that career itself does bring a lot of stress to an individual where it's you have constant pressure for management, constant pressure under business people, the whole world knows your name. There's always people talk about you, criticizing you. When you're at the top, there's always going to be all this shit that happens below you. So that can bring a lot of stress to someone. And Britney Spears from the mid 2000s was the number one pop star in the world, if I'm not mistaken, right? Everywhere you went, everyone heard Britney Spears. That was everything. So, that can do something to an individual, but to say she's incompetent and incapacitated is just completely stupid. I think she's in her right mind to have freakouts like that every once in a while. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I think it's pretty messed up. If everything is absolutely true about what this father is doing, I think he's absolute scum. There's just no doubt about that. The fact that you do that to his own daughter, it's one thing if it's from a manager or something from some music company that finds her.
Which it used to be.
Yeah.
And then it got transferred to her dad, I think.
And the fact that he just went with it, I believe so. Yeah, I think it was for the longest time mostly her father. But still, even if it's just the fact that it's her own father, that's messed up. She can't even have if I'm getting this correct, she can't even have kids if she wants to, without permission. I think the only thing I was watching a video on it, the only thing that she can have is she can have the house to herself at times, her own house, but she can't do anything to it. She
no
can't
boys over, honey.
She can't rearrange the living room.
She has a boyfriend.
Yeah, she has a boyfriend, and they can have their QT quiet time.
So what if she moved in with the boyfriend?
I think she would have to get permission from her father for that.
Okay, so
and she's been performing just for her father.
Do we think that some things in this are for publicity?
No. This is not for. No. This has been going on for how long?
Over a decade, and she went to.
If this was for publicity, at that point.
So how has so it's? I just don't understand it. So she went to a judge,
and
right. She went to testify 3 days ago at the time of us filming this.
Okay.
But there was a judge before that judge though, and that judge denied Britney her freedom.
And how long ago was that?
A few years ago.
Oh, okay, so she's been battling this still for a while. Yeah, she's just trying to redo it again.
Because this time it's against her dad, not her manager. I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's something like that.
During the virtual hearing, which Spears demanded be public, the 39-year-old pop icon spoke publicly for the first time in 2 years. So
it was probably 2 years ago.
By her own account, she's been traumatized by an abusive legal arrangement that grants her father, Jamie Spears, I'm going to say his name because it's public, broad authority over her personal and financial affairs. The singer's highly public 2007 breakdown led to her father becoming co-conservator of her estate in 2008.
Okay, so
along with attorney Andrew Wallet. But Wallet resigned from his role in 2019.
Okay, so that's what I figured.
Okay, so
not a manager, an attorney. My bad.
So she had the breakdown before her father took over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and then that's when he took over.
That's kind of what led to it. She had a breakdown in 2007. She shaved her head and stuff.
Okay. So he probably used that as leverage and okay, she can't take care of her.
Well, so at first maybe so I think now I see the full picture. I'm kidding. But now this is what I'm seeing. Your daughter, who's a very famous pop star, makes a lot of money, just had a very mental breakdown. It's going to look bad on your name. So what you do is you take over her management, you make sure everything is A-okay. And then you get a little cocky and just grab all that power because now you're in control.
Why would he do that in the first place?
Because I hate to say it, but when people of that stature have money and power, they get a little cuckoo and think that they can do whatever the hell they want.
Some people do.
That is
Look at money above family.
That is the scary thing. So from hearing that, I do believe that one. Do we know why she had her breakdown?
Probably something to do with like all the fame, paparazzi, stuff like that.
I know
don't
Miley
remember.
Cyrus had a breakdown too in like 2014 or
2013. She like shaved her head and stuff.
Again,
I don't remember what that was about. I don't
what
keep
is
up
it
with much.
Girls shaving their heads and breakdowns.
I don't know. Just like how a lot of girls also dye their hair too. Sometimes when they have a breakdown. I don't know.
Anyways, but
it also says, she's trying to end her highly public battle to end her 13-year court-ordered conservatorship. And the outcome has broad implications for a fortune estimated around $60 million.
And that's kind of shitty because you know how much she gets a week?
A $2,000 weekly allowance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bro.
That's it. Mm-hmm. She's getting an allowance. She's being treated like a permanent, like 11-year-old girl. Mm-hmm. She gets an allowance. She can't see her boyfriend or whatever unless like, I think that's one thing she can have to see her boyfriend, but she can't change around her living room. She can't add some decorations to her house without her father's permission. Her own house. The thing that this whole like empire of fame that she built for herself because of her songs. I mean, Wallet resigned from his role in 2007, leaving Jamie Spears in full control of the arrangement. So he's been in full control since 2019.
Okay.
Until a judge appointed financial company Bessemer Trust as co-conservator in November 2020. Okay, so since November 2020, he's co-conserved Britney Spears with a company called Bessemer Trust. I guess they mainly do, the financial things along with him, I guess, as well. Again, this is the first time I've ever heard of the word conservatorship.
Me too.
I've
never heard of this before.
It sounded like, honestly, when it first came out, I was like, at first I was like, is she making that up or is it a real word? And I Googled it and I go, I guess it is a real word.
When I first heard that, I thought that just meant that Britney Spears was coming out as a conservative and then like everyone's trying to cancel it. That's right in the guy because conservative.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh my goodness.
So, and I'm just reading more of the article. Fans argue that Britney has not been impaired since her 2007 breakdown. In fact, many claim she's flourished. Yet legal experts say the unusual circumstances of the case and the lack of precedent is creating legal and public relations chaos. Her father's legal team has argued that the pop star climbed out of debt under his guidance. Meanwhile, the singer's legal team has insisted that she's afraid of her father and will not perform again if her father is in charge of her career. So again, she was kind of performing because her father was saying to do so they can get money. So by him saying, all right, go out there and perform and do all the work, he's like, oh, I guided her. What? She probably already was going to do that anyway without you if you didn't, do this shit to her. But hey, what do we know? We're not parents. We're just
not yet anyways.
I don't want to be a parent, bro.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hello? Guys, I'm going to be a father.
I have no problem being an uncle. I'm a fun uncle.
Yeah, you guys will be the uncles,
the
uncle to my kids, and then...
but yeah, this is just a shitty relationship.
Yeah. Very much.
A situation.
Fuck...
Jamie
Lynn. What article is...
this is from Yahoo Finance.
Okay, I just wanted to find out.
And this was from the 25th.
Okay.
So,
Twisting.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask.
And that's why if you're seeing a lot on social media, things saying like free Britney Spears is a human being, this is what it's talked about. And honestly, if all this is true, I agree.
Yeah.
Free Britney Spears.
This has been going on for 13 fucking years, so I mean, it's kind of...
Let the girl live her fucking life.
Honestly.
She's still really young. She's 39. That's still very young. But, you know, she already has 2 kids. I think one's 14 and one's 15. You can't just leave her alone. Let her be a mother.
Jesus
let her do her
Christ.
life. Like, that sucks. That's, yeah. So, another thing that sucks, too,
Oh my
is
goodness.
I'm looking at the article you got right here.
Drake Bell pleads guilty to attempted child endangerment.
So this is something we talked about 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Do we have any more details, though?
So I'm going to be reading. This is from the New York Times, which obviously I'm not a fan of, but I mean it's the first thing that popped up, and I kept looking. But Mr. Bell, 34, who was charged earlier this month with attempted child endangerment, a felony, and disseminate. These are big words. Disseminating.
Let me see.
Disseminating.
I'm an idiot. My CCRI education is kicking in. Disseminating material harmful to children, a misdemeanor. Agreed to a plea deal at a virtual court hearing on Wednesday. He has initially pleaded not guilty to both charges, which he did at first. His lawyer did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Wednesday. The sentencing range is probation to 2 years in prison. A sentence hearing is scheduled for July 12th. So, I mean, basically...
So we're not going to find out any details?
Nope. So, basically, I'm reading this, everything...
Besides that, he pleaded guilty.
So, prosecutors said that Mr. Bell engaged in a conversation with a 15-year-old girl that was at times sexual in nature. An investigation by the Cleveland Police Department also revealed that Mr. Bell had sent the girl inappropriate social media messages, so I don't think we knew that last time.
We didn't.
No.
So
all we
in
had
the
was
months
that,
before the show,
all that we had was like child endangerment, which might not even have meant sexually. It could have just been like something that could have endangered like their safety, kind of.
Which
like smoking, drinking. Stuff like that.
The judge told Mr. Bell that if he did serve time in prison, his activities could be restricted for up to 3 years after his release. I mean, fucking yeah. So, I mean, I'm still gonna watch Drake and Josh, and not be like, oh my god, it's a pedophile, he raped someone. Not like that, but like.
I mean, it just sucks to see like a childhood icon star.
There was this thing.
Oh god, what are you laughing at?
I'll send you this image, and then you can look up. If you're listening, you won't be able to see it. But did I save it? I hope to God I saved it. Yep, Drake in jail is the image, and I was like, fucking.
Wait, who went to jail? Don't you remember the Drake and Josh movie?
The Christmas one.
The Christmas one. Well, this isn't Christmas anymore. This is real, very real.
So this is sucky because he's a 34-year-old man who engaged with a 15-year-old girl.
Bro,
so
why can't you just find women your own age?
You know,
it's not that hard.
It's I don't know.
That's why you just don't talk to people. Just talk anyway. Just don't talk to people.
Don't talk to your agents.
Just
once you're
sorry,
30,
I can't talk to you.
Once you're 30 and up, just stick to Christian Mingle, or what's the other one? Match.com.
Match.com.
What?
Blackpeoplemeet.com?
Harmony.com.
No.
Harmony.
Match.com.
eHarmony?
eHarmony.
Christian. Is that the one I said first?
Yeah, Christian Mingle.
Okay.
And then eHarmony.
eHarmony.
Match.com.
Match.com.
Homeless people meet.
Black people meet is another one, right?
It is.
I think so.
And I think a homeless.
Is there a white people meet?
I think that's just Tinder.
I think it's called crackerjack.com. I'm not sure.
Jack.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Now hiring. Oh my goodness. So it sucks, but I mean.
Drake Bell, you fucked up.
Yep.
He's gonna be going to Drake hell, so
Drake. Yep, he's gonna be living life. And, I mean, Josh is doing great. He's making a remake of the Turner and Hooch on Disney Plus. Tom Hanks did that in the 80s, and he remade it as a TV series, and it's coming out.
Josh is doing good. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks really good.
Goodness, yeah.
He's been lost that way.
You think that Drake?
Well, yeah, no. What?
No, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say no. Josh, I think came out as the better one.
Well, that's
out
what I'm
of that
saying.
show.
Like, you would think that after Drake and Josh, Drake would come out as the better one, but the turntables have turned, and Josh is married with a kid and living lavishly.
He had, as the kids say, his glow up years later.
Very
after
big
the
glow.
show.
Very big glow up.
Yeah.
Like, I thought like after he lost weight in the show when he was still like 20, I was like, oh, that's his glow up. Nope. Nope. Man's got married, had a kid, and became an internet sensation, and it has now a new Disney Plus series.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Good for him, indeed. Yeah.
This Nash. Whatever should we talking about?
So
yes, we're talking about that, right? Were you gonna say that?
Miami.
Is that
what
were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask, is that it on Drake Bell? Nothing else?
That's all we know right now.
Yeah.
Until July 12th.
Until July 12th.
Yosemite's hearing. We'll get more
until
information.
5 days after my birthday.
So, do we have a final death count for the Miami building?
So they said 150 people missing, and then it said that 9 people were confirmed killed. So let me. I'll pull up an article for that.
Right, so for those, if you don't know this,
you're living under a rock.
Yeah, basically. So a building in Miami Beach recently collapsed, and the funny thing is that they actually predicted the same building would collapse in 1990.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
There was a study that they were doing, on how eventually the building could collapse because Miami Beach is just sand. It really is just. It's gonna, as much as I hate to say this, Miami Beach is gonna go underwater in like fucking 50, 60 years.
And they predicted that this specific building.
I'm pretty sure it's either the specific area or the specific building.
Because I'm looking at an article. This is from Miami Herald, so this is I believe local to Miami Beach. News article. It says condo collapse, death toll at 9 as families of the missing make first visit to ruins. And so it says as of right now the total is 9 dead and 156 people are still missing since the Surfside building collapsed on Thursday. The latest victims were discovered along with additional human remains in a 125-foot long trench dug into the rubble to aid rescue and recovery teams. The newest tactic in the round-the-clock excavation of an unstable, sometimes shifting mountain of concrete and twisted steel. And we are making every effort to identify those others that have been recovered, Miami-Dade Mayor Daniela Levine Cava said in a Sunday morning press conference. So this was today. So, okay, obviously I've never been to Miami Beach, never been to Miami before.
Me neither.
So, obviously they have roads, obviously, and shit, but it's just underneath that, it's just sand.
Yes.
And
So the water is so close to the road, like it's like not even like a foot. It's less than a foot. Like you could go next to. So Miami Beach is an island. First of all, it's not a beach. It's an island. Well, it is a beach, but so on one side, it's just street, roads, houses, but it's right next to the water. Like the house, the buildings are in the middle. They're not houses, sorry. Apartment buildings are in the middle. And then to the right of the apartment buildings, it's the beach. And then to the left is just like parks and stuff. And then at those parks, literally, if you go to the edge, the water's just a foot under.
really?
Yep. And if high tide, well, not, but like hurricane, it's going under.
Yeah, and
So
it's like, how far is it off from Miami? Because I know you have to take like bridges to get to Miami
yeah,
Beach, right?
it's just only one bridge.
Just one bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know there's like, here's Miami, then Miami Beach. It's like this really like kind of like
Long, thin
island.
strip. Yep.
Yeah. How many people live there?
I don't know.
I'll look
like,
it up. Because I know like it's a pretty populated
Like I'm
area.
pretty sure close to 1 million.
That many? 90,000.
I was nowhere near.
No. I was about to say, whoa. Like, okay, so, I mean, still, though, if you look
But
at it.
the amount of people that go there, probably close to a few 100,000.
Oh, yeah, because it's still a very big tourist attraction, not only for the parks, but because of the beaches and
Clubs,
stuff.
Yep.
Clubs. They have a lot of nice apartments and stuff there. So, kind of like how Narragansett here is in Rhode Island, normally throughout the year it's 17,000. When it hits summertime, everyone has beach houses. It rises up to 34,000.
Double
the population, literally. So, Miami Beach is probably the same thing. Probably have a lot of people come there. Probably have stuff. Maybe they live out of state. When it gets to fall or winter over there, they come to Florida.
Well, the thing is, like, it's basically the same. I mean, not the same exact degrees of weather each season, but it's in Christmas time during here, it's still like 60, 70 down
50.
there.
Like the lowest is 50.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, snow to them is like a 4-leaf clover.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Very rarely.
Like, I remember, like, one time, because my uncle is from Fort Lauderdale, like, I remember one time he said to us, he said, this was, I think, this was a few years ago, but he texted the group chat, this family group chat, I think, or he told my mom, and he goes, brother, snow. And he goes, when we went, what? I think it was just, like, one of those, like, years where, like, the winter was so bad.
When was this?
Oh, this was years ago. This had to have been early 2010s.
2010s?
20, yeah, something like that.
I think I remember that.
So, and it literally, like, they literally, all I could picture him is just, like, tanning, like, with this, in, like, a freaking, like, tank top, and you just see snow falling, like, no, time to get
Probably.
Yeah.
inside. So, literally, like, snow to them is very, very rare. I
Right.
mean, it gets chilly. I mean, what they call chilly, we call a good afternoon.
We call it spring.
Good afternoon day. There's no such thing as spring.
That
what
is
are
true.
we talking about?
We go from winter right to summer.
It's-
No,
we're already in
it's,
the-
it's
gonna be-
winter,
it's gonna be
a
90
week
the
of
next 2
spring,
days.
and then summer.
That is true. We go from 20s, 30s, 40s to a week of 50s, low 60s, then boom, 90.
Boom. Yep. The 3 days. Today, tomorrow, and Tuesday are going to be in the 90s.
Oh, God. So now here's my question. So obviously since Miami Beach gets snow very rarely, right?
Yeah.
No, it just doesn't. Get
Like,
just doesn't get-
like
So-
1 in a billionth.
So does that mean if they were to get snow, would the same thing happen to them that happened to Texas, or are they actually prepared in case they do get snow? Like, do you know?
That's a good question.
I don't think.
I don't think so. Only because like Miami's built to stand hurricanes.
Miami Beach or Miami?
But both.
Okay.
Anything with a beach is.
So, because like the thing about Miami is that their roofs, Miami and Miami Beach, is their roofs are made from like special tiles, and they're like super hard to break. So maybe So what happened in Texas with what? Like the snow would get in?
Yeah, so basically since like the house and since they never get snow there as well, when there was a lot of snow happening, their houses started to flood because of like the walls, the tiles and stuff. It just it wasn't made to fight off snow basically. So a lot of people had like a lot of house flooding.
Well, if Texas is anything like Florida, house wise, then they wouldn't survive. Because I've never been to Texas. I don't know. Because for a fact, I know we have special roofs. I don't know if Texas has them.
Yeah.
And you also told me, well, I think we brought this up when we were talking about the Texas thing. You said in Miami, and I think in Miami Beach too, they have like special windows too for hurricanes.
Yeah. So they're like shutters that you would close every time there's a hurricane. But even now and then, they make the glass strong enough. So sometimes you do need to use them if it's like a category 5, but anything less than that, the glass is strong enough now.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they can stand hurricanes. I think they could stand a blizzard. Yeah, because it's just snow. You just clean that all off the next day, whatever. The next day it'll probably be like 60 anyway, melts all away. So yeah, it does suck for the families. I hope 156 people missing.
It was a huge chunk of the building.
It really was.
My aunt, because I've been there before, because my aunt lives like a mile down, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, because she lives on the same street. She has a apartment building on this apartment on the same street, and it's a nice area, but it's kind of sad because
obviously, yeah. We're hoping for the best. Rest in peace to the 9 people who have been confirmed dead, and for the remaining people, I do hope the best outcome happens. I hope they get found. Unharmed. The best, scenario would be that they're unharmed, they're fine.
Yep.
They just went missing for a little while, but we can only hope. So yeah, it's tragedy. That was out of nowhere too. I remember hearing about that on Thursday. Yeah. I was at work, right, and we're in the middle of work. I got a new job, and all of a sudden, one of the guys goes, "Oh, bro, did you hear about the giant condo that just collapsed in Miami? Like 12 people died or something." I'm like, "What the fuck?" So, yeah. And like we were like, well, what happened? They were like, I don't know, it just collapsed. And I thought it was in Miami originally at first, but Miami Beach. And so that's and the reason why is because
it's sand.
It's just sand, so it doesn't have a good support structure. So do you think they're going to try to do something? Somehow
they should implement something.
Like underneath the road.
They technically kind of have to if there isn't something already. Because Miami is on land. There's no beach on Miami.
Yeah.
It's
the condo itself was just on the
Yeah, no. So I don't know. Anyone who lives on Miami Beach, sell your fucking apartment.
Yeah.
Move.
At this point, like you get your money worth at right now. I'm not even kidding. Because those apartments are not cheap.
Yeah.
No, God no.
So sell it, buy yourself a house.
Yeah,
easy as that.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah,
I mean that would be a long project, a few years, obviously. But I think that if they want to keep Miami Beach up and standing, I think they need to put something underneath the road, not just they have to like underneath the road. I don't know if they're gonna like do a thing where like they scooch out the sand from the side and they start putting shit. I don't know.
Who knows? I mean, they could pull a Hawaii.
What did Hawaii do?
They put like Miami Beach doesn't have enough space for that, but Hawaii puts their houses on like stilts.
That's right.
I would love to go to Hawaii. Off topic, but
stay safe, Miami Beach.
Yeah.
We're wishing for you. We're wishing the best for you.
Also, spring breakers, go fuck off, please and thank you.
Oh well, yeah.
Wait,
the spring people.
Go
thousands of people who hurdle up, especially during COVID. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
especially last year when COVID was still hitting big, and everyone's like, "Nah, let's still do that."
Yeah.
I mean, this year little different, but still, I don't get it. Thousands of people getting wasted, like I don't sweating. I don't know. I don't know. Even without COVID, I would be like, no.
Well, I mean, listen, Florida is the home of the wildest and craziest people of America. So.
Yeah, every news article, Florida man,
Florida man,
Florida
this,
woman,
Florida man, that, Florida man,
Florida crocodile.
If they want, they can get one Florida man to fix everything underneath the road, and he could probably do it by himself.
Make a movie or like a TV series. The Florida TV series. Each episode is about like representing each different article about a Florida man or Florida woman. How much money would that make? Millions.
You'd have to get like super realistic actors though, and just.
That's true. I'll call up Christian Bale.
We'll call Christian Bale. We have Michael Caine.
I'll just tell him to do a Miami accent. They'll be like, okay.
Yeah, of course. We get the guy who did CSI Miami, the glasses guy, the detective.
Every detective show, we'll get Dexter on there.
Oh God, yeah, we'll get Michael C. Hall on there. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get Anyone else?
I don't know. You're the movie guy here.
Okay.
It's all on you.
I was getting suggestions, but okay.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna suggest like Hulk Hogan.
Vin Diesel will play a tree.
I am Groot.
Wait a minute. He already has. All right.
He's perfect for the role. So.
Anyways, let's not end on a very sad note.
Yeah, this has been a very grim episode, apparently, unfortunately.
Yeah, it started off strong, and then we just took a really
we started off like
swing and a miss.
We're like, hey, we're gonna do all these things, blah blah blah,
But,
and then
let's take it into a different direction. Miguel, would you like to do the honors of
Da 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 da. I'm opening my laptop for those who can't see. Da 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 da.
Disney / Fox? Please don't copyright strike us.
I'm opening my laptop. It's turning on.
It's loading. It's updating. Yeah. All right. We're wasting too much time here. This is the first week of the music album bracket. We already have our first match. We're only doing one matchup today. That's partially my fault because I was really busy this week, so I wasn't able to listen to 4 albums. I was only able to listen to 2. But nonetheless, this was a pretty good matchup. I guess while he gets that set up, I will announce the albums. So first up, we got Because the Internet by Childish Gambino.
Well, technically, first up is the other one.
It doesn't.
Okay.
First, it doesn't really matter. They're going up against each other.
Just at least. Oh, I don't got no internet.
Because the Internet.
Because the Internet. And the next one.
And so we got Because the Internet by Childish Gambino, released 2013 on the label Glass Notes, going up against Go For Your Guns by the Isley Brothers, released April 1977 off the T-Neck Records label. So now we have the Isley Brothers, mainly an R&B album, but they have a lot of elements of other stuff. There's some soul, there's some funk. There's even a few rock songs on there, which, as someone who likes a lot of rock, I think they did a pretty damn good job as it. Whereas you have Because the Internet, it's mainly a hip hop song, but it has a lot of alternative styles to it. It's not like your mainstream sounding hip hop thing that Childish Gambino does so well.
Are you like already going into the albums, or are you just describing them?
I'm describing them.
Okay.
I haven't talked about like what I liked about him. I'm just describing them a little brief. So he has a very alternative sound to it. A few songs have like an R&B kind of soul kind of vibe, but like a more newer sound, not something like an Isley Brothers sound. But nevertheless, both really strong albums. I was,
No, the thing I think we talked about this before. The thing with the album brackets is, I think we talked about this last episode.
I think so.
where
Yeah.
It's going to be more
super biased,
very biased.
And again, it's
than
going to
movies because movies or TV shows
like everyone can enjoy a good movie, but not everyone
music
can enjoy
is
the
very
same
different.
album.
So.
Music is very different because like there's genres that people will mainly listen to, and then there's some genres that people don't like at all.
Yes, hard country, get out of here.
Yeah, country, stuff like that. So, Miguel, since you were the one who came up with this idea, do you want to go first?
Has he even pulled it up yet?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got it out.
Okay.
So,
before I start the tournament, no album changes, nothing.
nope, I think we're good.
Nope.
We're ready to roll.
I think we're all set.
Yes.
Start tournament.
Start
Okay.
tournament. Let's
Is it
go,
on
baby.
timer?
It's
So,
official.
I'm gonna start with the first album, "Go For Your Guns" by the Isley Brothers. Right?
Isley Brothers. I think
So,
it's
let me pull it up because there's a few songs in here I want to mention.
If we accidentally press play on one of the songs, we're screwed.
Yeah, we
Try
got
not
cop.
to.
Boom. That's why I'm on Wikipedia. Because no, I'm using that for the track listing. Not for Apple.
Oh, they have
So-
track listing.
so-
Yeah, you go to Wikipedia for an album, they have the track listing.
I'm gonna say my favorite song is the famous one, "Footsteps in the Dark." Right?
Yep. And do you know you heard that song before elsewhere?
The first. Oh, I'm sorry.
It was sampled in a hip hop song from the 90s.
That's not.
Can you block this? I just gotta re-listen to it
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, that's fine.
NWA. No.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Yes.
But NWA like
Today was a good day.
Yep. I
Yep.
know.
Yep. So he sampled the dun, 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 and that's a really good song. That's a really good hip hop song. But he sampled that from Footsteps in the Dark. And you said that's your favorite song?
Yeah, that's my favorite song from the album.
Okay.
I thought the other ones were strong. It started strong, and then once it got to, like, for me at least, Voyage to the Atlantis or Living in the Life, I started to get like a little, like, what are they doing here? But no, I still thoroughly enjoyed the album. For an R&B album, I think it's super good. I wish it was a little bit longer.
Yeah, there's only 7 songs.
Yeah, and then
that's-
they
yeah.
repeat 3 of them.
Yeah, they repeat the first song, The Pride, but they do like a disco mix.
Yeah.
The second song, they do like the mono version, not the stereo, which that's what they did a lot in the 70s. So, and then I forget what the last song is. But.
It's just a combination.
Yeah.
Should we rate the albums?
What?
No,
we
No?
don't do
No?
that for
Okay.
movies now.
Because no, if
Just say what
we
you
give the
liked.
rating to both of them, it's gonna tell which
Okay,
one you like.
fair
Just
enough.
like what you like, not like blah, blah, blah.
I did not like how short it was. That's my only thing. I
alright.
prefer having like a long experience.
That's fair. Yeah.
Nope. That's all I gotta say. I did
Alright.
enjoy the. Thank you for showing me this album.
Yeah, you're welcome. Of
Oh, you're
course.
welcome,
Yeah,
you're
because this is one of the albums I suggested. So.
All right.
And are we just doing one at a time?
Yeah, let's do
okay,
one at
all
a
right.
time.
I'll go next. So on the topic of Go For Your Guns, this when we made this bracket, I was doing mainly a lot of rock albums, but I wanted to spice it up a bit because if I wanted to, I could have just done all the. We had to choose 8 albums.
Yeah.
I
No,
could.
no, no.
9 or 10, right?
One was like 10, the other was 9, I think.
10 or 11?
Me and Gian chose 11. You chose 10.
Okay, yeah. Because if it were up to me, I would have just chose all 10 rock albums. But I
Yeah.
wanted to mix it up a little. And I already knew a few songs from this. I knew Footsteps in the Dark, and I believe it was Climbing Up the Ladder. So I was like, let me pick this up. Let me put this album in here. So overall, it is an R&B album, but like I stated earlier, they have some elements of soul. The first song, The Pride, is a little good funky album, very bass and groove heavy. And then for me, I think it gets stronger as the album goes on because
so?
the songs Climbing Up the Ladder and Living in the Life and Go For Your Guns, they have some pretty good guitar work, some pretty good licks. And I think they did a really good job, putting some implements into rock into these songs. My critique, I guess, would also be it's a little too short because because it's only 7 songs long and it's in total it's like 30 something minutes. That's what a lot of albums did back in the day. A lot of them were side 1, side 2 because it was still vinyl. You had like 3 or 4 songs on one side, flip it over, it's the other 4 songs. So they usually had between 7 to 10 songs usually. But when you have albums like Tommy, from The Who, it's like an hour and a half long. I usually like albums that are longer. So that would be my only complaint. But overall, I think a really strong album. My favorite song would probably be Climbing Up the Ladder just because it has that good rock element. And I think they did such a good job with it.
After that song is when it started to die down.
That's fair. And Go For Your Guns is kind of like a continuation of Living in the Life because it's mostly an instrumental. Which, again, I think it's a really good song. I think it's a good way to end the album. So, yeah, that's what I got to say. Gian, after he gets his yawn out.
So first off, I was listening to The Pride, and I was like, I've heard this before. I was like, I've really heard this before. And I was listening to Footsteps in the Dark, and I was like, where the fuck have I heard this before? And most, if not every single song that I'm going to hear from each of these albums, probably about good at 50% of them, are going to be from like movies and TVs and stuff like that. So I have a little bit more of a, like, oh, I've heard of this song before. So
Yeah.
But the rest of the album I've never heard of before, and I was listening to it I think it was the first time I listened to it was like a week ago, and I was driving after a run, and Footsteps in the Dark, I don't know why, I was like, this is a driving song. Like it was so like most of the album, like up until Voyage to Atlantis, those 4, I'm like, it's pretty chilly. Like, seriously, I'm like,
No, I'm not. Footsteps in the Dark is a really good
It's
song.
a really good song.
like I was like, Nicky has good taste. I'm kidding.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I was like,
I don't listen to all just metal, and, of course.
I was like,
it's a good song. I really
I
like
had to
it.
double check. I was like, wait, this isn't rock.
Yeah.
I see that.
goes,
Shit,
wait,
I was like,
this is a
oh,
Deep
it's R&B.
Purple?
Oh, it makes sense now. So
Yeah, this isn't Deep
so
Purple.
I really liked Climbing Up That Ladder. Honestly, I liked 2. And then like you guys, like the instrumental. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just a little warm.
hot,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and everything after Voyage to Atlantis, I guess, kind of like not really dipped, but like it just wasn't as good as the first 4. The first 4 songs are so strong. I don't know, maybe it's because it's parts 1 and 2. I don't know, but like it was just so. I really like. I was listening to it. I was like, I have to add this to my oldies playlist. Like I started adding those 4, so I really liked that one. I think I've heard of the Isley Brothers before. I don't think
I've never heard of them.
I think I listened to
They were a really big R&B band back in the day.
either my dad mentioned them or you mentioned them. Someone
might
mentioned them
have
and I've heard of
mentioned,
them.
yeah.
I was like, oh, the Isley Brothers, that sounds familiar. But like I've never heard of the entire album. I know I've heard the first 2 songs before, so maybe it was the Ice Cube song or whatever.
Yeah.
Today was a good day.
It was probably
You
that.
definitely heard that song.
Yeah.
before.
So, but no, that was a very, very strong album.
I agree. This first matchup. We're starting off strong. This is a good matchup. So, you want to announce the other album?
You already did.
You already did.
Oh, I
so,
mean,
Miguel, you can
go ahead.
So, shout out Jack, because I think this is his favorite album of all time.
Our listener, our boy Jack.
Yeah, our
Oh,
boy
New
Jack.
York.
He once told me during a PlayStation chat, like, yo, you want to do me a favor? Pull up Because of the Internet. I'll list you off all the numbers each song is. He did it. He
Really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
He was like, well, whatever is 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Yup. So Because the Internet is definitely one of, well, it's obviously my top 10 because it's in here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about this album until I was reminded of it. Shout out Kenny. He was like, bro, why don't you have a Childish Gambino? I was like, oh shit, that's right.
You're right.
And he has 4 other albums.
Mm-hmm. He has Camp.
Yep.
Awaken My Love. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. And
I think
then the other one's like 315 something.
3:15:20, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Anyways.
Yeah, I was looking at his discography when I was listening to this album.
Never mind.
Yeah.
So I think by hands down my favorite song on here is probably an unpopular one. It's Pink Toes.
I like that song.
I like that one.
I really like that
Janae
one.
Aiko. Second would be Telegraph Ave, which is Nicky's favorite song from the album. And then I don't know, because like it's not only an album that gets you hyped up, but like it's an album that like
It's
Gets
just
you
the lyrics are good.
It gets
Yeah.
you harder than Chinese algebra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Go for that. Yeah. Sure.
lovely metaphor. But,
Yeah. I think you're saying it's like it does get you hyped up. Like some songs,
but it just doesn't do that. It does other stuff too. Like it's not just like, oh, like, get hyped up or whatever. It's just like, okay, let me sing my fucking like soul out to you in Telegraph Ave, and then fucking Pink Toes. Like
it's like what?
Like how does it go? Fucking
What? Which one?
Pink Toes.
Just play it quickly and you can.
No.
Oh, okay.
Act like you know. Act like.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna get copyright strike.
Whatever.
2 seconds, you're fine.
Fucking, I don't know, just the hooks, his overall gimmick that he's doing throughout the whole album as well, and I don't know, it's just you can't talk hip hop without mentioning this album personally, and that's all I gotta say.
Okay.
I have a question. So, is this a concept album? Does this like tell a story? Because if you look at the album,
It's
when you look at the songs, you'll see that some of them have Roman numbers in front of them, like 1 Crawl, 2 World Star. Are those like separate stories and parts of the album?
I believe so, because the middle ones, if you notice, they're not actual songs; they're interludes.
Yeah.
Except for 3005. For some reason, it doesn't show the number, the Roman numeral 5 in it. I think it's a glitch for Apple Music or something like that.
Oh, it's about. Oh, okay.
It does show it in the non-explicit version, but the library is not a song. Dial-up is not a song.
Yeah.
Playing around before the party is not a song.
Yeah.
They're all, so he's definitely doing something there.
Yeah. So, right. So, all right, my turn. So, I was pleasantly surprised when I listened to
You're
this
welcome.
album. And again, like Go For Your Guns, I think this is an album that, well, actually, it's a little different. I would say the best part of this album is in the middle. Kind of like from Telegraph Ave to No Exit is probably my favorite part, because Telegraph Ave, Sweatpants, and The Party are like my 3 favorite songs on this album. I know The Party's like an interlude. It's only a minute and a half long, but I still think, that it's very bass, very synth heavy. You feel like a sense of danger to it, and then he just goes off rapping, and he's a really good rapper too. So, and then I'm not saying it loses steam, but I would just say there's a few songs as it goes on in the album, I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool, but not as good as like Telegraph Ave, stuff like that. And like I stated earlier, it's a longer album. It's about, clocks in at about an hour long, which I like.
I think the interludes help with that though. Like that's like you look at it like, oh my god, like 19 songs, but like 5 or 6 of them are interludes. So.
Funny enough though, that was actually going to be my one criticism of this album. I feel like I had too many interludes. Because like sometimes with an album, even they did this back in the day, where if you had like a long album, sometimes they would have interludes where it's like maybe 30, 20 seconds. Sometimes it works. A few times it doesn't here, but other times it's like it kind of loses a little steam for me. But nonetheless, I think a very strong album. As I said, my top 3 songs. Number 3 would be Sweatpants, 2 The Party, and 1 Telegraph Ave. I love Telegraph Ave. As soon as I heard the music, as soon as I heard Lloyd's going in Oakland, bro, I was like, yeah, this is a summer vibe right here, hands down.
It was a summer vibe.
It is a summer. Well, we're bringing it back 9 years later. We're bringing it back to summer vibe.
2013, that was a summer vibe.
We're bringing it back.
2014, 2015.
You mean 8
years?
It's 2021, 2013. 8 years. You're right. Never mind. How you doing? Chinese algebra? Nah, I can't even do basic math. So, anyways,
oh god.
But yeah, the two big hits on this album were Sweatpants and 3005. I like 3005, but that's not even one of the best songs on the album. In my opinion. So, and then Pink Toes, I think it's a really good song too.
I think Pink Toes is so underrated. That's just me.
Mm-hmm. I could agree with you there. So, yeah, I got to listen to Childish Gambino more because I like a few other songs from him, not even off this album.
I'm gonna be honest. I think this is his best album, though.
Do you?
I haven't heard any of
I've heard
his other stuff.
I heard Bonfire, obviously, which I do. I really like that song.
I didn't like Camp as much as
you didn't.
No, I think honestly, I think this is his best. Unfortunately,
I haven't heard like his albums full through. I've only heard songs from each. So, and I think I've heard a couple from here too. So,
so yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Okay. So I was running to this.
nice.
And let me tell you, when Crawl came on, and I was like,
"That's another really good song."
I stopped and I go, "This isn't Linkin Park." Wait a minute, my playlist. So I was running to the song, and I was like, "All right." And then World Star came on. I go, "Okay, Dial Up, okay." And honestly,
So what you're saying is you got pumped up and ran harder than
yeah. So the thing about it is that Sweatpants is one of my songs. Shadows came on. I didn't listen to Shadows when I was running. I listened to it in the car. And Dial Up. Dial Up I listened to in the car, but because I had it on shuffle for some fucking reason. But
don't listen to this album in shuffle. Just FYI.
And then I replayed it today, so I did it regularly. But Dial Up honestly was a different tone for me. And when albums are the exact same song, I'm like, okay, do something fucking different.
Yeah.
And then like he did a Crawl, he did World Star, and then Dial Up, and it switched it up a bit. And I was like, okay, interesting. So I was actually re-listening to 3005, and I re-listened to that a little bit more, and honestly, I like that a little bit more than Sweatpants. The Party's a very good one too. I love The Party. The one thing I would have to critique is the interludes, because interludes are a good part of a album. Like I think
they're a good transition sometimes.
They are a good transition sometimes. I'm not saying that it's not a bad transition for this, but like I'm like I don't know, it just doesn't, not that it doesn't fit the album, but like it just doesn't have like the same, I don't know how to explain it.
So it's like if an album kind of like this one has different sections, an interlude can sometimes help introduce that section.
Yeah, yes, because like I'm listening to Crawl and then an interlude, and then like it's the same thing, not the same thing, but like the same kind of like hype, and I'm like, well, awesome, but up until I think I like 75% of usually it's only like 50% of an album I like most of the time, because artists sometimes will start off. What artists will do is they'll find the first songs of their album and their last songs of the album, and everything in the middle is like a fucking like disgusting sandwich.
Right? Yes, because sometimes like
you could have the white crisp.
They need filler songs.
Yeah, Texas toast bread on both sides, buttery cheese, and then undercooked meat in the middle sometimes.
And then just a slab of like sock.
I copyrighted that metaphor, by the way. If anyone ever uses that metaphor, I'll have to hunt you down. But. So sometimes some of the songs were like good, not as good as last one. There's no bad songs in this at all. There was not a song in here that I'm like.
I didn't like World Star.
You didn't like World Star?
That's like if I had to choose one song I didn't like, it's World Star. Anyway.
That's fair, to be honest.
But overall, I like the album. I mean, I could definitely see how this is his best album. I've only listened to like bits and parts of songs from each. I still think my favorite song by him is "This Is America," but that's just me.
But that's not an album, so
I know. But I just really like
he did win a Grammy for it. So.
I love the music video for that. That I fucking love that.
Yeah.
But no, this was a very good. I want to now listen to Lance Calrissian more often now.
Cool.
You wouldn't get the joke. It's okay though.
I don't. I'm just smile and wave.
Oh, you don't. You never watched Solo.
No, you didn't watch Solo.
Nope.
He played Lando.
Oh, cool.
The younger version.
Oh, cool.
All right.
We ready to vote?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. We're only doing one. Yep.
So all right.
I think this is. You guys already know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say. So you,
Because the
Bye.
internet.
Go.
Thank you. Because the internet.
Miguel, how would you like to get your mind blown? Because the internet.
Really? I was gonna go with the other one. I was
Really?
gonna go for your guns. I was gonna go for go for your
Really?
guns.
I'm not saying this was a landslide. I really like Go For Your Guns too, but because of the vibe, just the way the album flows, besides like a few songs and interludes, I think it's really well made, and I can really appreciate it. Again, no disrespect to the Alley Brothers, really good album, Go For Your Guns. I highly recommend everyone listen to that too.
Maybe it's because I was
But-
just driving that day, and I don't know, it was just a very good feeling.
I literally listened to it today, just lying down in my bed, and it was chill, but it's a really good album.
But no, honestly, I might.
And this is coming from a guy who likes rock, and if I had to choose between like modern day hip hop or old day R&B, I would choose old day R&B. But I really like the alternative style to this album. So
I actually might add a few songs from that. Because I don't think I have any Childish Gambino. I know I do have Childish Gambino on my playlist, but not like that album.
So because the internet will go against To Pimp a Butterfly over Ed Sheeran's X.
X marks the spot.
Oh, boy.
Minus is supposed to be coming out soon.
yeah, there we go.
All right.
Alrighty. So that'll be. Are we gonna do 2 matchups next week?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. So
make
thank
sure
you
to-
for listening, watching. Whatever, I don't know.
Whatever you do.
Meditate too. I mean, hey, listen. I mean, I never,
Godspeed.
don't meditate to us, please. I would stop ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna get like cursed.
Yeah, you
So.
just might just stop it if you're doing that right now, crossing your legs. putting your
Miguel
hands
is
in-
Jesus, but that's besides the point.
what?
He shaved his beard, but you can't. Really
My
Oh,
non-existent
yeah,
beard.
yeah, yeah.
Non-existent
he is
beard,
Jesus, yeah.
Of course.
So
So
thank you for watching.
all she
Share,
wrote.
like, comment, share with your friends, family, dog, cat, guinea pig, fish, whatever. Your old grandfather. I don't know.
Now,
But
Miguel, question: what do you want to say to me in regards to the internet, in regards to guns, in regards to Oakland? What do you want to say?
For my last words,
Yeah.
go for your knives.
Oh shit.
oh my God, he's got knives.